So I'm probably not gonna edit this video, or I'm gonna really limit how much I edit it. I want to make it as raw as possible to just really project what I'm feeling. So basically, I'm just gonna go over what 2020 was for me. It is 2021. It is the first day. Um, I wanted to record this yesterday, but yesterday I ended up recording some stuff for a vlog I want to make, and I wanted to throw this in there, but I'd rather just make a video just focused strictly on, my journey of 2021, what I went through and everything. I just I want to start off by saying that 2020 was a crazy year for me, a crazy year. I want to say that it opened my mind. It helped me grow mentally a lot. I also changed a lot physically, but honestly, a lot of mental growth happened during 2020, and I expect a lot more mental growth to happen in 2021. And thinking about it, if all the shit that happened in 2020 didn't happen, I would not be in the position where I'm at today. And honestly, I know this sounds like maybe fucked up, but thankfully, everything that happened in 2020 has brought me to the point that I am in today. If we were never gone to lockdown, I would have never met all these people that I know now that I consider friends, even though I don't know them. I met them online, people that inspire me, people that I've seen grow from zero to 1,000, 2,000 subscribers on YouTube in a couple months. Like, that shit would have never happened if this lockdown, this pandemic never happened. I would have probably never have gone this route to meet these people or anything. I would have probably never been pushed to, lose weight and shit, just because I was in my comfort zone. So this pandemic pushed us, it literally forced us out of our comfort zone and forced us to make change. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys stayed till the end of this video. If you don't, that's cool. This is just kind of sorry about that, a one-off video. More so, I want to treat this as like a diary, a log for me and my life, because I do tend to forget things really easily. I'm just like that, I don't know. And I want to just keep this as a log for myself, what I've gone through, what I've went through, and then I want to be able to watch this in the future and reflect back on my life. So this is probably not going to be your usual motivational speech type video. I'm just going to go chronologically over the shit that happened to me from the very beginning of 2020, and I'm going to try to summarize that as best as possible. So this video might be a little bit longer than some of my other videos. Hopefully it's not. I'm a very talkative person. I'm very chatty. I can say a lot of things and I can talk for a long amount of time. So hopefully it's not that long. And I'm able to pause the video on my phone. So I'm going to be pausing it whenever, I'm running out of thoughts, because I don't want to just continue with empty space. So I also wrote these down on a piece of paper because it's going to help me just to keep it memorized, but everything I'm going to be saying is just going to be exactly what my thoughts are and everything. But I do have it right here, 1 through 4, just basically the major things that happened to me in 2020 till now. I can also say that I have been thinking about this. I went to the gym yesterday before we did any New Year's activities. I was kind of going over what I was going to say, but I really wanted to leave, my thoughts to the video and be as most authentic as possible. Also, I'm not a very emotional person. I don't expect to cry or get sentimental, get emotional. But if I do, I do, whatever, fuck it, it'd be really weird because I've always criticized people saying that why would they cry on camera? I'm probably not, but yeah. So today is January 1st, 2021. Happy New Year's to everybody. About a year ago, a little bit more than a year ago, I was finishing up my fall semester at my community college, going into work at a gym. I had been hired at a 24-hour fitness, and we were moving into the new year. So 2019 going into 2020. I just want to start off by saying that I went into 2020 strong, but weak, if that makes sense. I was very motivated to do things. I was very motivated because I had just gotten this job as a personal trainer. I got my personal training certification back in summer of 2019. I have my personal training certification with the National Academy of Sports Medicine, NASM for short. And I got hired on to 24 Hour Fitness as my first gym, as my first job as a personal trainer, and I was really happy. I had already been there. They hired me like really late November, early December, if I remember correctly. And the people there were really cool. They were really nice. I've worked at a gym. I worked at two gyms in the past. That same year of 2019, I worked at Fitness Connection for about like a month and a half. That's a whole another story of itself. I don't want to go into that, but that same year, I quit Fitness Connection because they were fucking around, and I had been promised something and they didn't keep their word. So I didn't want to keep working with them, and also it was pretty far away. So I just didn't want to be doing that. So I left. I was a service desk guy, and I just didn't have good experiences there. So yeah, it was basically that happened. I left. Pay wasn't that good either. And then eventually I kept going to school. I got my certification in that summer 2019, like I said, and I applied to 24 Fitness, right? 2020 at the very beginning was a very lonely journey for me. I had stopped talking to one of my long life friends. We've been friends since 12, 13 years old. I met him back in middle school. Honestly, I can probably chalk up my whole fitness journey thanks to him. Or at least I would, put him as a big factor for me getting into fitness, because I first started lifting weights in middle school because I was in football. I don't know if he sees this. If you see it, you know who you are. But, he got me into weights. I started doing weights and shit that, over time became a hobby, a lifestyle. And now it's my career. Now it's part of why I'm on YouTube. I want to make sure I can reach people, I can make change, and I can help people, and not, take advantage, lie, sell shit that doesn't work to people. That's pretty much what my channel's about. If you've watched my other video, I want to keep shit simple, because health should be simple. It shouldn't be this complicated thing, but that's not the point of this video. But yeah, due to, a couple of reasons, I stopped talking to him. I already talked to him. We made up and everything. After a year of not talking, I decided to reach out. We're cool now and everything. But yeah, going into 2020, I lost a really close friend of mine. I don't talk to people that much, or more so, people don't talk to me that much for whatever reason. Not a really big deal anymore. I've come to terms with that. But it's just how it is. After graduating high school, I stopped talking to a lot of people. But yeah, 2020 was really, at the very beginning, was a very lonely road for me. I was going into my job. I met new people. I made friends. I met coworkers that were really cool. But I didn't really make any deep friendships, right? So that happened. I was at the gym, working, 40 hours a week ish, all on top of being a full-time student. And I don't know honestly how I was doing that. Like, I was, going to school, waking up early in the morning, 6, 7, going to school, up until like 12. And then from 12 to like 8, I would be in the gym, shadowing, learning shit from my manager. He was a really cool guy. I appreciate him. My experience at 24 Hour Fitness was not bad. I really like that gym. The only reason why I'm not there anymore is because, we got hit with the pandemic, and 50% of the company was let go. So I was part of that 50%, and yeah, it's not in a good situation now. They filed for bankruptcy. If this would have never happened, honestly, I would still probably be there, just because I really enjoyed working there. Yeah. But even then, at the very beginning of 2020, I knew that I didn't talk to a lot of people. I got close with one of my coworker friends there. She was cool and everything, and we would talk about stuff. And yeah, I mean, just not to sound sappy or sad, but I don't have a lot of close friends, close relationships like that. I've tried to have them, but for whatever reason, people just don't mean what they say, and they don't say what they mean. They'll just lie to you, and they'll say, they care about you and this and that, but they don't really show it. So I'm more of a guy who looks at your actions than your words, because, depending on what you do, I think that just reflects more on what you truly feel, what you truly mean. And people don't show me that they truly value my friendship with them. So I just don't like latching onto friendships like that. If it's just gonna be a one-sided thing where I'm putting in the effort, then I'd rather just not have friends, honestly. But speaking about friends, pandemic hit, around March-ish, like the late 20s of March. I remember we were hearing about, you know, the virus at the very beginning of the year. It was more of a joke. I was seeing on the social media, right? It was more of a joke. But eventually in March, we were told that we were closing and that we were going to be gone for 2 weeks. And obviously, you know what happened after that. We closed down, and you know, everything that I was doing at the time was just put to a complete halt, to a complete stop. I wasn't able to go to school anymore. Everything changed to, you know, remotely at home. All my assignments were online. I was doing my science classes online. um, and yeah, I mean, everything was just changed upside down, just in the blink of an eye. Hadn't wasn't at my job anymore. I didn't know I was going to lose my job. Wasn't at school anymore, but you know, I was doing everything online. You know, I was just doing my best. I said, all right, let's get through these 2 weeks. Like I said, you already know what happened. So lockdown happened. Quick, you know, kind of like skipping forward. I got it was either an email that was telling me that I was let go from the company. And at that moment, I made the decision that I do not want to go back to a gym. Not because I don't enjoy it, but because I want to change people's lives on my own. I don't want to rely on gyms because gyms do take a big cut of your money um, whenever you're out there. And also, it's really pricey. So, obviously, you know, with any service, no service is free. But I want to be able to make my own money. I want to be able to do things on my own. That's why I'm doing YouTube, because I have control of it completely. But yeah, everything that I had done up to the point was just taken away from me. I wasn't able to go to the gym anymore. I wasn't able to, you know, go out and go to school. I consider myself a social person, but I do keep to myself a lot. I'm very reserved. I don't open up to people easily. I think just due to, you know, my past experience with friends, relationships, and everything. I can get along with people pretty easily. It's not hard for me to talk to someone, as long as you're not weird or, you know, whatever. I'm a guy of very little words when it comes to, you know, talking to people. If there's no reason for me to speak, I will not speak. People always tell me I'm a quiet person. I don't really mind that. Yeah, I don't really mind that. Like I said, I'm a man. I'm a man of very few words. Like I said, if I don't have anything to say to you, I will not say anything to you. But you know, if we're friends, I'll talk to you. I'll blow your ear off with whatever conversation we're having. So I'm pretty sure you can tell because it's been 12 minutes of me just talking. And so yeah, lockdowns happened. I wasn't at the gym anymore. Lost my job. Um, you know, at the time I was also heavier, so you know, my physicality wasn't at its best. I was weighing 190. Currently, right now, I'm weighing in at around, you know, 162, 165. Obviously, I've fluctuated because of Christmas. You know, eating a little bit more. New Year's, eating a little bit more, which is fine. You know, it's not a big deal to me. Um, but yeah, I was stronger back then. I've been having a back injury since like 2019. Like the third quarter of 2019, I injured myself, and up to this, like right now, I feel really good. The injury, it's still there. I still feel it, but it's just, it doesn't affect me the way it used to. I couldn't bend over. I couldn't do anything. I used to deadlift, and I could do like Romanian deadlift for 225 for like reps when I first started working out. And then after the injury, I had to completely restart. I started, you know, at very very low weight because I was just scared to, you know, hurt myself. I don't really know what happened. I went to a chiropractor. That's also something I did in 2020. I went to a chiropractor um, right before the lockdowns happened, and it was helpful, but it didn't alleviate what I was feeling. So I started doing, you know, you know, I was doing things on my own. And honestly, the things I've done on my own helped me out way more than whatever this chiropractor was doing. I'm not saying that the chiropractor was a waste of time, but in a way it was, because I was there, I was paying a good amount of money. And yeah, the things that I did on my own, the things I've been doing on my own, have kept me healthy. I'm almost back up to the strength I was at a lower body weight, feeling better, no pain. Obviously, I do feel a little bit stiffer, and I just have to move around, and I feel good. And I know the things that I do, certain things make me feel good, and I just do that. I listen to my body. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not gonna go into depth with all that, but I just do things that make me feel good, make my body feel good. So I also want to say, I don't know how you guys perceive me. I don't know how. Sorry, my mom's talking. I don't know how I come off on the camera, but I consider myself poor. I do live in a low income um, area. I looked it up on Google. We are considered low income. I live with my mom. We have a tenant that lives with us. He started living with us around like 2019-ish, I want to say. I don't really remember. But yeah, I'm not, I don't make a lot of money. Honestly, me being a personal trainer at the gym was the most amount of money I had been making in a long time. Before that, probably working at Home Depot, $11 an hour. Um, when you take into consideration the commission and everything that you get on top of, your hourly rate as a trainer, I want to say that's the most amount of money I was getting. But right now, yeah, I'm low income, pretty much consider myself poor-ish, not poor, dirt poor, but yeah, we barely get by. I don't ask for a lot of things. Um, I've never been that way. I stopped asking for things ever since I was like 10. So I'm not really big on materialistic things. I don't really care about cars. I don't really care about clothes. I'll wear a pair of shoes for 2 years. Honestly, I've had a pair of shoes that I bought in 2016 that I still wear up to this day, because I just don't care about those things. Maybe it is because of the low income. I try to make use of what I have for as long as I can. So let me go into the lockdowns though. The lockdowns, I remember I was out of the gym for a month, almost a month and a half, and I kind of let myself go. I started eating a lot just because I was home. I wouldn't do anything. I was expecting to go back, to work, to school maybe, after a month, after they said it was going to be an extension. I let myself go. I'd be eating a lot. I was binging a lot of shows at the time. I wasn't really doing anything with my time. I remember there'd be days where I would watch anime for like hours on end. I would literally start at the very beginning of my mornings and I would end the day with that. And then the next day would be the same thing. So I wasn't doing anything. And yeah, as shit as it sounds, that's what I was doing. Honestly, I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't doing anything. I was like, okay, let me take a little break. I don't have equipment here at home, but I have done home workouts before, so that's not new to me. I have a pair of dumbbells, and eventually, I started working out, just because I didn't want to allow myself to, get out of shape more than I already was. I was already at 190 pounds, so going anything past that would just make me feel like shit. And many people don't know this, but during the lockdowns, like around April, May, I was sad. I was really depressed. I was really depressed. Like, that's probably the most depressed I've ever felt in my entire life. I like to consider myself a really positive person. I like to consider myself, I bring positivity to those around me. And I was thinking about this the other day. If you take a star, like our sun, star is fucking bright as fuck, but you take away its light, it can be the darkest thing. There's a duality, and I feel like I'm that way. I have a duality in me. I can be a really positive person, but at the same time, that positivity can easily be turned into complete negativity. And let me tell you, whenever these lockdowns happened, I had some really really negative thoughts. I was in a really bad mindset, in a really bad mind space, and yeah, I've never felt that way before. Obviously, I was depressed in high school. I wasn't really depressed. No, I don't really consider myself depressed. I was just really sad. I was in a really negative mindset. I've never been the type of person to really have really, really, really dark thoughts to the point of like, taking my life type thoughts. I would say that during this time, during this era, that's the closest my thoughts have gone to that. But I know I would never do that for my own reasons. Just because I don't think that's the right thing to do, no matter what's going on in your life. I believe that life goes on, you heal, there's really no reason why you should do that and get to that point. If not for yourself, for others, your family. You have a lot to live for. No matter what you believe, you have a lot to live for. We're all here in this world for a reason, and it would just be selfish for myself to do something like that. And I know it would affect others, like my family, the couple of friends that I do have. But yeah, I was in a really, really, really negative headspace at the time. And it's really hard for me to talk about these things because I don't like talking about my emotions to anybody. I don't like talking about my feelings to anybody. Um, Even the people that I'm really, really close to, I avoid talking about my feelings. It's just not how I am. I like to deal things on my own, and that's probably a bad thing, but it's just how it is. I'm also an only child, so I grew up. I'm also fatherless. I don't have a father, so maybe those things do affect the way I think, do affect the way I deal with things. But I've never been big on sharing my emotions. I'm not an emotional person. I'm not a sentimental person. I'm really bad at expressing myself emotionally. So that's something I do struggle with. That's something I want to get better at. I want to get better at expressing myself. I want to get better at being more emotional, showing more emotion, being more compassionate, because there's times where I should feel something that I don't, and that's really fucked up. From my own point of view, that's really fucked up. And I want to be able to cry and not feel bad. I want to be able to feel sadness and be okay with it. I want to feel, I want to be able to feel joy and be okay with it. I'm a very neutral person, and I think that's an issue. I should maybe seek therapy. I really don't know. But that's something I do want to improve. Like I say, fitness is mental, it's emotional, it's physical. Mental and emotional play a big factor. Also social. And I made a video, I had the other pillars, but whatever. Just the main three that I remember are physical, emotional, and mental. And I for sure need to work on my mental and emotional side of things. And so yeah, during this time I was really depressed. I was really sad. I wasn't talking to anybody. People don't reach out to me. Even now they don't reach out to me. I probably had like 2 or 3 people that told me Happy New Year's. I don't really care. I don't really care. But those 2, 2, 3 people that did tell me Happy New Year's are people that I don't know in person. I want to shout out 2 people. Gene, he goes by Kadbuji. I met him in like 2018. If you guys are familiar with the fitness industry, there's a guy named Bradley Martin. He started like a little group. Now he's changed his brand name. Before it was like Origin, his supplement brand company or whatever. I don't know if he still sells stuff, but he's really big on fitness apparel. Yeah, we met in that little group. I forgot how I got into it honestly, but I remember we were in a Facebook group, and I think this is how we met. I've been thinking about it lately. Someone left a Facebook post saying, leave your Instagram handles, and we'll follow each other. And I think that's how I met him. I honestly don't remember. I'm really bad at remembering things, so I'm sorry if that's not how you and I met. But I think that's how it was. I clicked on the comments and I saw his Instagram handle, and I added him on Instagram. Let me tell you, this guy and I have had so many conversations over the past 2 years. He's been there for me, like, for so many things that other people haven't been there for me. And it's crazy because I don't know the guy. Like, he lives on the other side of the United States, and like, he's just been there. He started his YouTube channel this year, 2020, last year. It's crazy because I was there from day one whenever he was making his videos. When he had 0 subscribers, I was his first subscriber. I would watch his videos, and now he has 2,000 subscribers. As I checked today, he has 2,000 subscribers in a span of like a couple months, which is crazy. And I just want to shout out Gene. I barely asked him for his name because I asked, hey, like, I don't think I've ever asked you for your name. We would just kind of talk, just because his Instagram handle is Bougie. So I was just like, is that his name? But yeah, Gene, I appreciate you, man. You've been there for me, like, more than you know, more than many people that I know in person. I really do appreciate it. You've been there for me for a long ass time, ever since I started my freshman year of college. Like, it's crazy. So I just want to say that thank you. You were also there for me. You've been one of my very first supporters of my YouTube channel. I did start my YouTube channel back in like I want to say 2019, around the time that I was getting my personal trainer certification. I made a couple videos, not the best videos, but I wanted to start getting on YouTube. And maybe I have some people that watch me that know me in person, but and they don't really actively show support like other people that do watch my videos now. Um, I also want to shout out a second person, Ethan. You already know this was coming. Oh man, Ethan, man, you've been there for me more than I can express. It's crazy. Like I forget I forget how we met. Honestly, I saw your video that you made reflecting, looking back on 2020, and you posted a picture of you French toast. um, and honestly, if my memory is serving me right, I think I clicked on one of Greg Doucette's story posts, like when he reshared it, and I want to say he reshared your picture. I want to say he reshared your picture of French toast, and I clicked on it, and then I checked out your profile, and then I checked out your YouTube, and I decided like, hey, I want to reach out to this guy. I want to, talk to this dude. Maybe we can be like partners or whatever, support each other. And I want to say that's how we met, because I remember when I reached out to you, I still remember that, but I just don't remember how I came about doing it. But honestly, man, I think that's how it happened. Like you posted that picture of your French toast, tagged Greg Doucette. Greg Doucette shared it on his story. I saw his story. For whatever reason, I clicked your story. I clicked on your Instagram account, and the rest is history. We've been talking ever since. Ever since. I want to say it's been since the summer. It's been since gyms opened up back here in Texas, which was around, I want to say, it was after my birthday. It was after my birthday. So after June 12th. That's my birthday, so remember that. Yeah, man, no, you've been there for me through thick and thin. Like, you know the messages I've sent you. You know the voice message I've sent you. It's like I know you in person. I obviously don't know you completely, but what the side of what you've shown me is just crazy. Like, you've been so supportive of me. You've been there when I've had those negative thoughts, when my light has shut down, when I would feel like quitting, when I would feel unmotivated, uninspired. You would say really, really kind things to me, and I don't know where I would be. As far as YouTube right now, I don't know where I would be. Honestly. Nobody's been more supportive of me and the things that I'm doing on YouTube than these two people, Gene and Ethan. So I really appreciate you guys, because you guys, we go, I know this sounds dramatic, we do go way back. From day one, I've been supporting Gene, he's been supporting me. I've been supporting Ethan, probably with Ethan, not the very first video he made, but very early on in his YouTube career. And it's still early on. Don't get that wrong. But we had like around the same subscriber count, and now he has 1,000. Gene has 2,000, so it's like, oh, my mom's calling me. Hold up. I'll be right back. Okay, I forgot where I left off, but yeah, man. Both of you guys, thank you so much. You've been there for me. I don't know how to say it. Like, just thank you for everything you guys have done. I know that you guys are gonna do great things. Gene, you're at 2,000 subscribers. I predict 10,000, and I trust my gut. I am rarely wrong when I trust my gut. Ethan, I predict 10,000 by the end of this year. At the rate that you're growing, I wouldn't be surprised if it's more. I want to be part of what this is growing into. I want to be part of something big. I pledge myself to get 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's a big number, I know. I'd rather shoot for a large number than something small. Obviously, we have a couple milestones we have to hit before we get to 10,000. But if I get to 10,000, that'd be really, really amazing. Is it impossible? No. Is it possible? Yes. I need to get away from the mindset of what can go wrong and get in the mindset of what could go right, because like I said, I consider myself a very positive person, but that duality inside me, those negative thoughts sometimes overwhelm me, and I can become really negative, and I need to start getting away from that. I need to work on that mental aspect of myself. So here you have it. That's my pledge, to get to 10K by the end of 2021. For those of you that have watched up to this far, That's my pledge, 10K. I want to shake this industry. I want to change it. I think Greg Doucette is doing a really good job at it already. All the things that he's doing, with the diet, anabolic diet, with the way he approaches things, with his mentality, with his everything. I just like what he does. Like, he's a smart dude, but he keeps it simple. He keeps it straightforward. And that's something I'm really big about, keeping shit simple, because getting healthy doesn't have to be complicated. It really doesn't. There's so much bullshit out there. And also, I want to be the person that helps someone start their fitness. It doesn't have to be, you're going to become an Olympic lifter. You don't have to become a power lifter at the national level. You don't have to become the best bodybuilder. But if I can have some sort of inspiration to somebody to make their life better, to better their health, better their fitness, you don't have to be the strongest person. You don't have to be the most aesthetic person. You don't have to be the most shredded, the most lean, the most muscular. You don't have to be the best at anything. The only thing that you have to be is the best version of yourself. Wherever that falls, whatever that is, it's up to you to find it, right? I want to be the person that inspires others to make change in their well-being, because I know if I would have started off on the right foot, I would be way, way ahead of what I am right now. And with all the bullshit out there, with all the people that lie to you, with all the people that sell you shit that doesn't work, with all the misinformation, overcomplication, we just don't need that. Like, I want to be part of something that completely changes the industry. And I think I can do that. In the past, when I've set myself to goals, I have achieved them. Even if it did take me a while, I have achieved them. I graduated high school. I never really set a goal for myself of, where I wanted to graduate at, as far as like, what number I was. I graduated in the top 5% of my school. I graduated, I believe, like 22 or 24th of my whole class, which honestly, that's really surprising, because I didn't really try that hard in high school. I just kind of, winged it. I told myself I would go to college. I did start college. I have successfully finished 2 years. It is still up in the air if I'm going to continue. I'm not going to be going to school this semester just because I don't like online classes. I prefer learning in person. There's just something different about that physicality of having someone in front of you teaching and being able to ask questions instead of having to email someone and they take a day or two to respond. I just don't like that. I also told myself I would become a personal trainer, get my certification, and I did that. I did that in 2019, like I said I would. And everything that I've said I would do, I have done. So I'm a really big believer in doing the things you say you're going to do. Obviously, this past year was just what it was. Wasn't the best year, but it's a new year. Same shit, but it's a new year, and I want to approach it differently. I do believe I can get there, so I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and say the shit that I don't believe in. I already told you guys, I come from a low-income family. I'm fatherless. I only live with my mother. It would be amazing if I could blow this YouTube shit up, be able to do this, as my full-time thing, be able to inspire other people, because honestly, I don't like anything else. I am not into many other things. I have other things that I like. I don't like guns. I have friends that are into guns. I've never really gone into guns. I'm not big on cars. Don't really care about cars. I don't have any other interests, honestly. Lifting, working out, that's really my biggest hobby, my biggest interest. And with previous conversations with Ethan, wise words, he told me, if you only like one thing, why not put your all into it? And I want to put my all into it. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys saying, oh, I want to do it for morality reasons. No, I don't. I want to be able to get out of this low income household. I want to be able to get a good house. I want to stop being poor. That's my biggest thing. I want to be able to buy my mom a house. I want to be able to buy a fucking decent car. Not to say that my car right now is shitty. I'm very grateful for what I have. But I want to be able to buy something good. I want to be able to be happy with the shit that I have. I'm happy with what I have right now. But what I mean by that is I want to buy something on my own. I want to be able to not worry about shit. Um, I guess I'm more, driven in the forms of, I guess, money, if you want to really put it that way. Um, but honestly, it's just the lifestyle. Um, if you watch this and you know me in person and you live in my area, my neighborhood, I don't consider it ghetto, but looking from the inside out, I don't see that. But whenever I go, what did it say? I don't know. My phone said something. Whenever I go to another neighborhood, I see the complete difference. I see the 180. So yeah, no, I live in the ghetto. I live in the ghetto. My high school is ghetto. My middle school is ghetto. Um, so I want to be able to get away from this. I want to be able to do things. I want to be able to change my environment, just be in a better place. So that's my biggest thing. I do want to make more money. I do want to have an audience. I want to be able to inspire the people. I don't know if that sounds selfish. I don't know if that sounds like low, but those are my biggest motivations, honestly. I don't care, obviously everybody's going to be motivated by different things. That's going to be my biggest motivation, my biggest thing that keeps me going, my biggest drive. I want to be able to get away from all this. I want to be able to provide, for myself, for my mom, mainly because, I've been blessed with having a mom. She's given me a lot. And like I said, I need to work on expressing myself and being more grateful, being more present in the moment, because I can get in my own head, and not really take in the little things, really enjoy the small things in life. I want to get away from that. I want to be able to enjoy those types of things. And we're already reaching like 36 minutes. So if you're watching this, if you're still watching this, I appreciate you. I also want to shout out this little guy. I got him back in April of 2020. He's about to be a year old in a couple months. Man, this guy was little. He was there for me also when I was at my lowest, so I appreciate him. His name is Silly, if you don't already know, but we're gonna let him go. He cried a little bit, had to let him in. I just don't want him making a lot of noise, so I hope this video is not like all over the place. I hope it goes the way I planned it to. Yeah, I mean, I kind of went over what I went through this year. I mean, most of the time I was under lockdown, just going to the gym, doing that, trying to focus on YouTube. I did some online classes this past semester, so that's pretty much all I did during the lockdowns. My biggest things are to grow mentally, financially, physically. Gotta get a little bit more swole. I just want to grow as a person. I want to outgrow my current situation. That's my biggest thing. I want to outgrow my current situation. I'm done living where I'm living. I'm done living the life that I'm living. I want to be part of something greater. I want to be part of something greater. I want to inspire people. I want to be a change in this fitness industry. I need to get out of that fucking mindset that I can't do it. I literally said in the other video, there's people out there that are living your life. There's less qualified people out there that are living your life. And like, it's crazy. Like, there's some dumbass people out there living the life I want to live, living the life you want to live. And it's like, if those dumbass people can do it, why can't we? I need to do a whole 180. And I'm working on that. I'm working on becoming a better person. I'm working on so many things on my life right now. I'm gonna turn 21 this year. It's only 6 months away. I know it's gonna be here before I know it. I'm gonna turn 21, and I don't know if it's pressure by society or whatever, but I'm just really driven to change, to outgrow my current situation. If you're here watching this and you're a subscriber, I really appreciate you. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I see those numbers and I still see them as numbers. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm being completely transparent. But when I see your comments, when I see that you guys, watch the video, leave some feedback, say things, appreciate my editing, appreciate the jokes. I see it differently. I have 77, 78, 79 subscribers, couple away from 100. And yeah, like I said, I need to be more appreciative of the things that I do have in life. That's 70 people that watch my shit, that subscribe to my shit, that have said, hey, you know, I like this dude. I like what he has to say. I like what he is going to provide to me. Um, Let me subscribe to him. Let me let me give him 40 minutes of my time. And I'm really appreciative about that because when you think about it, if you had 70 people, Oscar, 70 people. If you had 70 people come to your house and give you a pat on the back, say, hey man, you're doing good. Like, think about that. That's 70 people. Ethan, that's 1,000 people. Gene, that's 2,000. Gonna be 10K for all of us, all three of us. And then I don't want to forget everybody else. I've been talking to other people. I don't want to discredit those people. I do have conversations with other people, but my journey, where I started, where I have come so far, Gene and Ethan have been a big part of it. You guys have been there since day one. Everybody else that I've met along the way, I really appreciate you guys. We have really meaningful conversations. But I just want to say, you know, they were there from day one. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna meet people. I appreciate anybody who supports me. I know who you guys are. I know I see your comments. You send me messages. We talk. I like to have conversation with you guys. I like to see your mindset, your ideas, your beliefs, the things that motivate you. Yeah, I like it all. Like I said, I need to be more appreciative of the things that I have. That's something I'm working on, you know, overall in my whole life because I don't enjoy the little things in life. And I know I need to change that. And it's slowly happening. And I feel it happening. I slowly feel like I'm becoming a better person. Just slowly. It's a process. Same thing with fitness. It's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some effort. But 2021 is going to be big. We're going to grow. We're going to grow mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially. We're going to grow on social media. We're going to grow on YouTube. We're going to grow our numbers in the gym for sure. Because I've been cutting. I'm going to get on maintenance once I reach my goal. But yeah, I believe in manifestation as far as, you know, creating it. I don't believe in, you know, oh, hey, I'm going to think about this. Let me just manifest it. No, you got to make it happen. You have to make it happen. You're in charge of your life. You're in charge of what happens in your life. Yeah, I kind of went off the rail here. I was supposed to go in chronological order, but honestly, I like what I've said so far. Conclusion. So, we're nearing 45 minutes. Conclusion. 2020 was a fucking shit year. It was crazy. But honestly, I wouldn't be in the position that I am right now. I wouldn't be the same person I am right now if it wasn't for the shit that happened in 2020. I'm grateful for the things that I've gone through. I'm grateful for the things that I'm going through. And I'm grateful for the future because, you know, all of us are blessed to have our lives. All of us are blessed to be able to walk into 2021. All of us have a lot of blessings to count, but we're sitting here looking at all the negativity. We're sitting here and looking at all the shit that has gone wrong, but we don't look at the shit that has gone right. I have 70 more subscribers than the person next to me who has 0. I've been able to lose 25 pounds when other people have put on more. I've been able to grow mentally when people are suffering from mental disorders, depression, you know, anxiety. I suffer from little things compared to those things. So I want to grow as a person overall. That's my biggest takeaway of 2020. We're going to grow. We're going to grow. We're going to grow in all aspects of life. 1% is better than 0%, even if, like I said, I want to get to 10K by the end of this year. I think that's possible because I need to get away from this mindset of thinking that I can't. It's all I tell myself, like, how are you going to do that? Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Like, it's possible. Honestly, I don't have much else to say. I feel like I've said what I have to say. I feel like I've said how I feel. Obviously, I'm not going to go into really in-depth detail and everything about different shit, but it's just, you know, this is how my 2020 went. And those are my plans for 2021 and the future, you know. Whatever happens. I need to take more action. I need to create my future because I'm going to be turning 21. And that's crazy. 10 years ago, I was 11. I can remember those days. So, yeah. The world is a crazy place. we got to create our future. Can't be feeling bad about ourselves, but we also have to look at the positivity in life. Stop being so negative. Learn to appreciate the little things in life, because there's so much shit that we have that other people don't have. And I say that, and I don't feel anything, and that's the shit that I mean. I need to change. I need to change as a person. So yeah, I mean, it's 45 minutes now. I think that's a long ass time. So if you reached the end of this video, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate all your comments. I appreciate all your support. No intro, no outro, just pure raw footage. So I'll see you in my next video. I appreciate you guys.